Hello everyone, and welcome to the Pubcast. My name is Autumn. I'll be casting this game that was sent to me by one of the players in it. I'm not going to say who, because if I say, then you guys will know who won the game, because most people will only submit a game that they themselves have won. So let's look at the two sides. On the Radiant side, we have Magnus being played by Kamasuki, taking level 1 Shockwave. Not really something you want to do. You should take Skewer level 1 so that you can skewer people up the cliff. We have Faceless Void, the hero we haven't seen very often, being played by Barbercat Whelan. Lion being played by Lieutenant Gan 7, Vengeful Spirit by Idiots, and lastly we have Yu being played by Antimage. I'm not going to say his name because that's very rude. And an unpaused comes out, must be, oh, it's from the Rubik actually. Looks like the Radiant are going to get both Bounty Ruins. Good for them, and Medusa's not here. So let's see if we're going to have a bit of engagement. Vengeful Spirit throwing out a few right clicks, and Rubik just doing a lift. Not really sure what that lift was for, kind of wasted his mana to be honest. And it's an epic battle between Rubik and Bench. Oh, it's over. It's over. False alarm. False alarm. Rubik. Oh no, we're back in round 2. One hit and they're trade. One hit. All right, that's it. That's it. Rubik, what's one more? Let's go. Oh wait, are we going again? Come on, Rubik. No, I think it's over. The epic battle of 3 auto attack. Ah, there we go. Now they're gonna go one more try. And Rubik, is he going to be able to lift her up a cliff? I think he wants to, but eventually not giving him the chance. Oh, another battle, and he finally got her off a cliff. And unfortunately, she can just walk out of here. Oh, she can't. She can't. She's trapped. Oh wait, needs to tango. No, false alarm. No, nothing's gonna happen. I think Rubik won that exchange. So, oh, Rubik, what the hell are you doing? You almost won that fight. Rubik, I think it's over. Let's continue introducing the dire side. Gem on the Rubik. We have OD mid being played by Sir Canigo. I'm not sure what happened, but I don't care because all I care about is Rubik. Unta on the Tuskar. Medusa being played by Kurdank, along with Shoot to Kill on the Sven with her. Kind of a bit of an odd laning stage to be honest, because both Sven and Medusa are going to be trying to get some farm. You can see that the Sven has 2 CS and Medusa has 1, so they're both going to try to farm. I'm not really sure that's going to benefit them much, but then again they have way too many cores on the dire side. We have Faceless Void, though he's being protected by the Lion. Lion should consider taking level 2 mana drain, so it helps him out harass a bit more, because unless you're using Hex there's really no point in taking a point in it. But overall this lane is probably going to be a wash. Void is a weak laner, so is the Medusa, but Sven and Lion sort of balance it out for both sides. Bomb Rune looks like no one's going for it, but we have a mid lane. OD is doing quite well, so I have a message. I think I'm just going to ignore that for now. Magnus has the haste, but look at how much intelligence he's lost. Roughly 21 intelligence from that 3 stacks of... oh my god, Anti-Mage fell. I want to see what happened. Anti-Mage, top lane. Looks like just going to get into engagement. Lifted, and Snowball dead. Well, that's unfortunate. He had 2 points to blink, but that's not gonna help you out a lot. Maybe if I had a point spell shit. Oh, Vengeful Spirit almost gets caught there. Top lane, the Tusk and the Rubik against the Vengeful Spirit and Anti-Mage does favor the dire side a bit more, but it's not by that much. Anyway, sorry about that, just reading the messages. So, laning stage, looks like bottom's gonna favor no one really. Mid, Magnus is beating the... It's actually surprising that he's beating the OD. I didn't really expect that at all. One thing he has for him, of course, is the advantage of the Shockwave, and also when OD uses up all his intelligence and reduces his mana pool, one bottle becomes much more efficient. If you want to know more about it, I just made a video about discussing mana pool efficiency yesterday. You might enjoy that. I don't know. Overall in CS, looks like Barbercat is doing well. He's going for a very offensive build with Time Lock. This might be a Midas. I like the farming builds on Void. I feel like getting an early Midas is so good on him because he's not really... He's a good farmer, but he's not really the best. He's not as bad as CK, but he's nowhere near as good as someone like Anti-Mage or the Battle Fury. And you don't want to make a Battle Fury on a Faceless Void. But yeah, his CS is pretty good. 20 by 40 by 4 minutes. That's roughly 5 a minute. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There are 8 creeps per minute, but you know, you do get harassed, you do miss 1 or 2, so getting 20 by 4 minutes, decent, I'd say, very decent. Oh, do I have engagement here now? Doesn't look like it. Surprisingly that he's using his man, I find that weird. Probably going for the Tranquil Boots as well. Mid lane, Magnus continuing to very dominating performance. 20-2 to the 10-0 of the OD. Very surprising. OD is doing a lot worse than he should. They also don't have a flying courier. This goes back to the point that they're all playing multiple cores. The only person who's not a core is the Rubik, and Rubik is kind of poor. He could buy actually a flying courier if he chooses to, but decides not to, keeping his gold for something more important than a flying courier. You know, like a tango or something. I really don't understand why players these days don't just help the team out as much as they can, but he's had enough gold to buy flying courier for some time, but decides not to. It does make the other lanes suffer because everyone just wants to use their courier for themselves now. And with the courier moving so much slower, it just slows up the whole team. But they do have first blood, so that's something. Tuskar is farming the best on the dire side. Not exactly something you want to hear, that your Tusk is farming the best, because you're like, I have a Medusa and I have an OD. These two heroes are heroes that need farm. The fact that Tuskar is a hero who kind of does need farm as well, but not as much as these two, is not the best. A lot of this game is going to rely on Tuskar's tempo control. It also goes for 3 points in snowball instead of the 3 points in ice shards. I think the better to max out ice shards. But well. Tame game so far, but not bad. I like these somewhat quieter games that we have sometimes. Not every game has to be, you know, absolute bloodshed and killing each other from the start. Some games are just like, well, you know, let's all just farm for a little bit. Let's not be too aggressive. Oh, just as we were saying that, looks like OD might fall. He did use his astral imprisonment. Now Magnus he could skewer. Oh, he wants to use the RP. Gets the RP, but doesn't have enough mana for anything else. And looks like Ventress will have to throw a slow. Oh, wasted RP really. Tuskar is here. And Tuskar might turn this around. He's going to go for the Magnus. A nice astral imprisonment to make sure that the Vengeful Spirit doesn't interfere with anything. Not enough mana for the skewer. And if only he was level 6, he might have been able to do something. But Magnus is going to use the salve. Lion is here. Okay, can they turn this around? Probably not, but Lion could. Yeah, he's going to go for the Bounty Ruin, and finally they have it. That was a very good attempt by the Radiant side, but one thing about Magnus is that he wanted to use his skill. Oh, there's Snowball coming out. Is he going to fall? He doesn't have the Walrus Punch yet, but he's going to be fine. Yeah, here's the thing. Magnus didn't really need to use Reverse Polarity. He could have just waited for the stun and then skewered back and used Shockwave, because RP at level 1 does 50 damage. You don't use RP for damage anymore. It's just pathetic to use it for damage. I mean, it does pathetic damage. I don't mean the players is doing something wrong, by the way. So you just want to use Shockwave and Skewer. That's 440 damage. RP, and by the way, it's 440 damage. And it's much cheaper in your mana. This one, RP longer cooldown, much less damage, and costs a lot more. So that RP move, not the best. He should have skewered, slowed, and thrown out the Shockwave. Good timing on the Midas, and very smart. He used it on the big creep. Yeah. A lot of people, when they get Midas, they don't seem to know how to use it. Always use it on the biggest creep you can find, because that will make the experience that you get much more from it. Later on in the game, you only use it on the small creeps when your level is high, but you need more gold. So I really like how he just used it on the biggest creep. Or maybe we'll have to wait and see if that continues, or if it's just some like once in a lifetime thing. Either way, doing very well. Skewer. So I Shockwave misses. He doesn't have enough mana. It's very scary for Magnus not to have enough mana for Skewer. Top lane, Anti-Mage has been completely left alone, which is weird as hell. Both teams, the dire side are like, he's an Anti-Mage, he's gonna farm. What can we do? You know, why should we even try to stop him? Which is, I think this decision is gonna come back and bite them in the butt so hard. It'll be like they have a hemorrhoid or something. As his power treads, pretty good timing on it. But CS is okay, not as good as the Anti-Mage. Top 3 CS all Radiant, and I think that's going to reflect on the graphs very much. Yeah, they're 2.5k gold, 2.5k experience, but gold not so much. And they're going to go for him. Can they get? They need to make sure they get the Walrus Punch. Walrus Punch does not actually land. Ice Shards. Oh man, Ice Shard missed as well. Faceless Void might be in a bit of trouble here. Depends if the Astral. He moves slightly faster. He's going to be able to Astral him. Sven, though, turning it around, not what you want. Nice ultimate coming out, and they do get the kill on the Void. So far, at least the kill is going in Dire's favor, and this might continue. Oh, this guy's snowballs. Very unlucky. Trying to pull the Anti-Mage back. They may not be what they wanted to do, because Anti-Mage... Oh, well, nope, not gonna do anything. Magnus, meanwhile, Does not have a TP scroll. Um, if you're playing Magnus, Tidehunter, oh wow, they just blow up that damage. Magnus, Tidehunter, Faceless Void, you want to make sure you always have a TP scroll because these guys have humongously powerful ultimates, and they need to be, they need to scare the enemy team into thinking that we might show up at any moment. So always try to have a bit more TP scrolls in this game. Alright, Magnus. This fresh ward here sees him. No ward for the Radiant side. They should improve on that. They have 2 supports. Looks like Magnus might be in trouble. Oh, nice skewer coming out. He does steal the skewer. Now throw him back in. Is he gonna use it? No, he doesn't have enough mana. They do kill the Medusa in the bottom lane. Nice job by Faceless. Look like they use the Chronosphere and they are gonna be able to kill. Rubik might fall. Ooh, skewer out, but not enough to survive. Still, they got the Magnus and they traded for Rubik. Not so bad. Not that bad really. Magnus is pretty well farmed. Rubik is a support, so no big deal. But yeah, Radiant should have more wards. There's one in stock, so I'm guessing the Lion or the eventual Split. I can't see any wards. There should be more, right? I mean, does anyone see any wards on the map? I don't see any. I don't see dire wards. One here, which is a very good ward. One here, so that helps them gank the anti-mage and make sure nobody's trying to gank the top lane. Medusa fell meanwhile on the bottom lane. Let's talk a little about skill and item builds. Magnus looks like he's either saving for Arcane Boost or he's going to go straight for Blink Dagger. I'm fine with either decision. Problem is Magnus really needs his mana, but Arcane Boost always feel like they push you too much into going the double RP route, where you have to get Refresher. I don't really like it. I kind of like a DPS Magnus. I know, DPS Magnus is like a 2k MMR thing, but it's still good sometimes. Faceless Void has the hand mines now. He's going to go for Power Treads. He's maxed out the Time Lock. I like this. You might want to consider more points in Time Walk though, because Time Walk is pretty damn effective. 1 point in backtrack is pretty good. Oh well, okay. Ah, there's a ward here, but I think this is very new. Okay, let's look at what does Lion have. Lion maxing out that not maxing out his stun yet by level 7. That's kind of weird. Does have his finger. I'm assuming he used finger on Medusa, but which is kind of weird because she's really ugly, and who'd want to finger her anyway? She's no Crystal Maiden, that's for sure. Vengeful Spirit maxing out stun, aura, and has a tranquil boost. I prefer going for the Wave of Terror because yes, Vengeance Hour is nice if you're landing hits. If not, you can get a good amount of damage from the Wave of Terror because it's pure damage, so it's not blocked by anything. Ooh, Magnus might be in trouble. He is in trouble, and looks like he's probably gonna fall. The skewer. Oh wow, the huge ultimate missed by the OD. OD getting greedy. Ah well, doesn't matter. Rubik steals a very good spell. Shockwave is one of the better spells you can steal because it's so much damage and it's a really low cooldown, so it's very useful for the Rubik, and it won't miss because you have the telekinesis. Rubik going for a point in null field. Okay, I mean, I don't know. It's okay. It's really if he maxed out telekinesis or he got a few points in null field, not much of a difference. I feel there's not that much magic damage from the dire side apart from the Lion and sort of the Magnus. Oh dear, we're gonna have engagement here. They do see him. Faceless Void. Looks like there are a lot of pings coming out. Look at that. Look at how many pings. Look at how many. It's like, oh man, I'm sure they're not. There we go. He's done. More pings. Oh my god! Why would you do that? That is some really crappy teamwork right over there. That sucked, but at least they got the kill in the end. Bottom lane, meanwhile, we had a bunch of action going on. Looks like Lion was able to kill the Medusa and Rubik as well. There was some action going on. No RP available on the Magnus, and Magnus probably dead. He does have the magic wand, but he doesn't have enough for the skewer. He uses the magic wand. Is he gonna skew out there? No, he's not. Good engagement coming out from the dire side, able to kill a lot of very farmed heroes. Meanwhile, though, what's Anti-Mage doing? Hey, look at me! I'm farming! Yeah, 47 CS though. I don't feel like he was pressured that much, so I feel he should have more farm. Yeah, look at. I don't like his build either. I prefer the burning build. OD, what's he gonna go for? OD. You max out the Astral, which is good. Maybe you put more in Essence Arrow so you can always use your Arcane Orb. What's he gonna go for next? I personally like the Force Staff build up, yes, thank you. Because you need mobility on OD, just don't move fast enough. Tusk, Shadow Blade, okay. Skewer comes out. Is he gonna do anything with it? Nah. Oh wait, do we have engagement? I hear the music. Oh, looks like bottom lane might fall. Yeah, there's no way he's surviving this one. Sven should have probably considered throwing the stuns first. Nice Chronosphere. I mean, not really. I don't know if it was necessary, but they get the kill. That's good enough. And nope, no kill coming out. Oh, lucky bash. You're gonna need another one. And he is dead. Okay, good. They got the kill. So 2-for-nothing trade. Good use of. I don't say great use of the Chronosphere, but he used it to secure the kill. It's not the hardest Chronosphere to land when it's one enemy and standing right next to you. But good job on him to land it. And he's gonna go for Maelstrom. Medusa, looks like she's gonna go for the Manta. Now here's the thing. I like that she's rushing Manta, I mean that's nice and all, but she has 0 HP. 600, one finger and she's dead. That's it. It's really not that great, honestly. You want to get something like maybe Power Treads or Phase Boost. Some people like Phase Boost, I prefer Power Treads, but I like survivability, so it's my thing. Well, it's not really my thing, I mean a billion people do it. Oh, this guy was able to kill the knight. Let's see what happened there. Oh, there's an animation. Look like the walrus punch. Boom! She got that damage. Huge! Yeah. So it's good that she knows that Manta style is great on Medusa, but you know, you want to get something like a magic wand. You want to get a bracer maybe, a ring of Aquila, power treads. You don't want to rush it straight away. It's not that great on her. I mean, it is great on her, but it's not worth ignoring all the other items. Rubik still is one of the best spells. Blink. And that's another thing. That anti-mage, by maxing out Blink, he gives Rubik a very strong mobility tool to use. Lastly, Sven, who's kind of been playing more of a sport. Look like he's going to go for that he has a Mask of Madness build on Sven. Good aggressive ward coming out. The one biggest difference so far between the Dire and Radiant side has been the warding. Radiant really could use a bit more work on their warding game. Manny is going to go straight for the Blink Dagger. I'm fine with that. Might be going for more of a DPS build later, it seems like. No finger, no RP, risky to go for anything. They could skewer him back. Oh, he needs to skewer him. Yes, there you go. Skewers him 2 inches, but that's good enough because all he needs is the slow. And Void, whoa, that was not enough. That's why you want to get a bit more points at the time walk. And meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Vengeful Spirit was getting picked off. And they lose the tower? It says yes, they did lose the tower. So they traded the tower and a kill for just the tower. A good trade for the Dire side. Experience roughly 2k for the ring. It's not that big of a deal. And gold is at 0. Yeah. So we have pretty much an even game. Now let's look at the late game potential. On the Radiant side, we have Magnus. RP is always going to be relevant. We have Chronosphere. Line has a ton of useful abilities. Hex, Stun, Finger of Death is huge damage. Now it's probably Finger of Death ironically becomes kind of his weakest spell late game unless you have Aghanims. But anyway, Times of Disable, nothing that goes through BKB though. VS has her swap, which does go through BKB, and her stun. Yeah, Vengeful is still pretty good late game, and Anti-Mage is another carry. So they have 2 very strong carries, and Magnus, who's always going to be a game-changing core, especially with how close he is to the Blink Dagger. On the Dire side, we have Rubik, who's done a very good job as a support, but he is a support that falls off late game. He has good things to steal though. Oh, nice swap coming out. They just burst the Medusa down. He steals the Magic Missile. Can get the kill here. Yep, he can. Tusk is the one who actually gets the killing blow. But yeah, Rubik does kind of fall off a bit late game. They have wars here. That's surprising that the Medusa died when there's a war right here. Now both teams can see each other. Which team is gonna get the jump on who? Magnus? Still no. Blink Dagger. Very risky for him to be here right now. I think you should go mid, farm all these lovely creeps, get your Blink Dagger, then go back and rejoin your team. Because if he dies now, that is very scary for him. Very, very scary. And of course oh wow. They find the Anti-Mage. Where's he gonna go? Ooh, can't stun him in time. Actually, did he? Wait, I want to make sure something. Was he able to disjoint that? Okay, there's. Yep, he disjointed it. Beautiful. Ow, I didn't think he could show when you're like literally face to face with the guy. That's pretty cool. Everyone going top for the Dire side except Sven, who's kinda. Oh wow, Helm of Dominator. I don't like it. Because it he doesn't look like he's gonna be dominating any creep. Better if he just goes mid and push or something like that. Top lane feels like this is where the big action is gonna happen. Chronosphere and looks like Snowball's going in. This is gonna set the tempo. Can they get the kill on the Vengeful Spirit? When stun comes out, and they are gonna be able to get one kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Can they get the kill on the Lion? Lion is a bit fast though. Oh, nice. And looks like Lion is probably gonna fall. Wave of Tear not affecting him. Well, he's Ice Charge actually. He falls at the very end. Anti-Mage might be in a bit of trouble. Rubik, if he's had his blink, he could maybe go after him. Snowball comes in. Can he get it? He needs to blink it. He needs to blink and lift him. He does do it. Nice play by the Rubik. And actually, Rubik left behind. Makes out safely. I thought that he might actually fall, but they get another really good pick off. They get to the anti-mage and as well as 2 supports. An excellent engagement for the Dire. They also got the top tier 1. Game is slightly shifting in favor of the Dire side. Yeah, back to Dire analysis. Tusk is a hero that kind of tends to fall off. He is strong at all stages of the game, but he tends to fall off. He's just not as good 50 minutes in the game as he is 25. Even with items, he's just not a hero that scales that amazingly. Swap comes out. He does have his blink if he wants to use. He should blink it back to safety. He does blink back, and maybe they can. Oh, steals the swap. Not really good. I don't really think swap is that good, but he does swap to save his friend. Can he survive Finger of Death? No, snowballs. This is actually picking up in the snowball. Chronosphere comes out. Does get only the OD, but that's all they need. Now can they kill? Beautiful. Just now, Tuskar could have picked the Rubik in his snowball, but he decides, screw it. Why should I do that? You know, a rolling. Oh wait, he's not. I was gonna say Rolling Stone gathers no moss, but then I was like, hey wait, that's Tiny's line. How original. Force Staff is available on the OD. Force Staff has an interesting interaction with the Chronosphere. You can't Force Staff anyone in the Chronosphere except Void himself. If someone's caught in the Chronosphere, you cannot like push them out of it as much as we'd like to. But what you can do is push the Faceless Void around, which is kind of weird because you'd think he'd be the one who's immune to it. Oh well, time and space, all that jazz. Both teams doing an exceptionally good job of warding the map. Dire have been warding a bit better, I'll say though. Radiant are warding and they're warding pretty well, but not as well as Team Dire. Rubik just now should have considered just keeping the blink. Really, blink is just so good on him. He does have a lot of TP scrolls. Not much item progression on this guy. Looks like Sven is starting to stack or something with his Dark Scroll somewhere. For a guy who's not been much fights, he's only 5th on the net worth, which isn't really nice. Aggressive ward coming out. Are they gonna go for it? They are gonna go for it. Swap comes out. Why would she swap? That's weird to me. Just stun the guy. Finger of Death comes out. Slightly excessive if you ask me. And can they kill anyone? Lion? Looks like they're all gonna be fine. 4 people from the Radiant. Tuskar needs to be very careful. If he's caught out in any sort of situation, he's dead. Well, it looks like he might be fine. And he's gonna go for this. So I like this build a lot. The Shadowblade Deso build. And he's trying to get this kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Very risky, very risky. And he needs to calculate this accurate. Doesn't actually have enough mana for the walls. Oh, now he does. He's gonna go for it. But that's it. He's out of mana. RP comes out. I don't think that he's gonna be able to get that kill. But maybe Medusa could. Medusa, she's going for the VS. Gets it. And looks like everyone's caught Chronosphere not available. Level 1, I think Chronosphere should stay at level 1 because level 2 costs way too much mana. And can they get anyone? Looks like the Radiant side are retreating. Grabs the face of Void. Does throw the chrono in the last second, but it's not really a great chrono. Smart of him to change the boot to agility treads, but I mean to intelligence treads so he can use it. But it's not really gonna make too much of a difference. At the end of the day, I feel like that was kind of a wasted chrono, but you know, you never know what's gonna happen in a fight. So looks like they're about to lose all their wards on the map, and the Radiants really are going up for this top tier 1. Flow of the game seems to be shifting more towards the Radiant side, I'd say. The game felt like more towards in tempo for the Dire, but now the Radiants are doing a lot better. Nice ward coming out here, and immediate ping coming from the anti-mage saying, hey, there's a ward here, get it. Medusa, where is she? Still... What? Why? What's the Perseverance doing? Perseverance isn't part of Manta style. Is she going for Linkens? Now if she gets an ultimate orb, we won't know if she's making Manta style or Linkens anymore. Honestly, Linken's not that amazing this game. I mean, there are some things you can block, like the Mana Void, the Stun, the Swap, the Hex and the Finger, and the Mana Drain. That's 6 things, by the way, you need you can block with Linkens. Ironically, all of them are blocked by BKB except for the Swap, Mana Void isn't, the damage is blocked by BKB, but you know the mini stun isn't. So yeah, BKB is just good enough. And neither one of them are going to help you from Chronosphere or RP. So if she's going for Lincolns, that's a game-losing item right over there. I love Lincolns as much as the next guy, but it is not what you want. Nothing like a nice blue ball glowing. Still haven't seen Rubik do one of those huge plays, and he should always steal. He stole Chronosphere, yes. I was gonna say, always steal from the Faceless Void. Either you get Time Walk, which is an incredibly good spell, or you get Chronosphere, which is like even better. So, or you steal from Anti-Mage. You either get his Mana Void, very useful, or you get the Blink, even better. Actually, I think that Blink is kind of more useful on Rubik. And can they get the kill here? Rubik, nice Chronosphere. Okay, can he get anything out of this? Steals the stun. Beautiful job by the Rubik, just controlling him perfectly, saving his ally. What kind of weed is that guy smoking that he can't? Missed stun by Sven. First fight participation, and he completely whiffs his stun and does nothing useful. Good job, Sven. Yeah, you go kill some creeps. That'll make you feel better. Rubik, though. Honestly, I think on the dire side, Rubik and Tusk are the MVPs by far. Tusk, you know, he's had some bad moments, but he's 5 and 2. He's creating space for his team, and Rubik, just that play just now proves that he knows he's worth his salt, as they say. By the way, speaking of saying worth his salt, when we that omen's too loud. When we say someone's worth their salt, this is because in the old days they used to pay people in salt in Rome. So when they say someone's worth their salt, that means that they're worth their weight in salt, which is worth a lot of money. I know, Rome. They paid people with salt. That's how valuable it was.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm weird. That's weird. I thought I muted the what's her face. Where is it? Mute speech. Is this it? No, I'm pretty sure. I thought I removed the announcer. Sorry for doing all this, but okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh wait, we do have engagement, and Medusa's gonna fall. Sorry about that, but I was getting really annoyed with that and with the caster. I thought I don't have the caster anyway. Hey, Stanley Parable, like that one. Yeah, because I want to. It's kind of distracting for me, so sorry about that. Changing it in a game like that, very professional. Medusa did get her ultimate orb, but like I said, now we don't know what she's gonna make. Faceless Void, exceptionally good farm. I did think that he was gonna go for an early Maelstrom, but he went for Chrysalis first. That's okay. The Maelstrom is much more expensive, so that's why he could have gone for Chrysalis. It looks like Sven just kind of doing his thing. All right, Sven, what's your plan, bro? Doesn't see him. Okay, and just gonna make it out there alive. Sven does also have the Chrysalis. It looks like he's gonna try to deny that tower. Can he get it? He does get it. Might be able. No, they can't kill the Magnus. They needed the Rubik maybe to be a bit closer. Rubik getting really close to his Blink Dagger. Surprisingly, Rubik is the lowest personal net worth, but I think it's because he's playing the role of two supports. Whereas the Radiant have Line and Vengeful Spirits who can bounce off each other, so they have a bit more ability to. Oh, looks like we have engagement here. Can they get a kill? Mana Drain might actually be useful in this situation. No need anymore. They just kill her. Lots of the two ultimates being expanded, but worth it because Medusa can be a problem. Not this Medusa though. I mean, a competent Medusa would be a problem, but this Medusa, she's 2 and 5. She has no boots at 27 minutes in. It's kind of. I don't really think she's going to change to the point that she's going to affect the game. Lots of warding coming out for in the dire jungle, so that's something they need to be wary of. Sven now has his Blink Dagger. That's a good item on him. Oh, Snowball coming out. I thought it was Snowball. Okay, Sven, bottom lane. They're going to try to get this. Okay, they see the anti-mage, but looks like they won't be able to kill him really. Blink Dagger, so he really needs to steal something else because he's about to lose his Earth Spike. Earth Spike, great ability, but it's better to have an ability that is going to last with you for a few minutes more than just to lose Earth Spike right when the fight starts, even though it's a great ability to have. The Blink Dagger is also going to enable him to steal RP more. That's one of the things about that Magnus has to worry about. I'm sure it's on his mind a lot that if he uses RP and Rubik steals it, it's going to be really rough on him. And it is, because you don't want to give the Rubik a very strong ability. Oh well, something happened. Let's go see what happened. Let's go see what happened. No. Looks like we needs to be a bit sooner. Okay. Alright, what's gonna happen here? Ah, he's gonna dodge it. Beautiful. Like I said, this Rubik, well worth his weight in sugar, not just salt. Medallion comes out on the Vengeful Spirit. I prefer that. It's a good item, but it's not as useful against Roshan anymore. So, don't know if it's worth it. Lion now has his Agam, so he's going to be able to finger multiple people. Something I've never been able to do, not in real life at least. But he's going to be able to finger multiple people, so that's going to be useful for him. The problem, and oh, they do have Magnus, so they also have an ability to clump them up together, so he can just fist them. Well, I mean, the hand does have 5 fingers and 5 enemies, so makes sense. Makes sense. Sven is in trouble. He can blink. He doesn't blink. He had a lot of time to blink out of that situation. That really irks me, by the way. And that irks me just as much. That OD ultimate was completely wasted. Sven had like 2 or 3 seconds where he could just have blinked out of there, but he's like, nah, I'll just run around like a headless chicken. Looks like the game is going to be a radiant victory, boys. I don't know what Dire can do to come back from this one. They don't have very strong initiation. They do now have pretty good initiation. They have the Blink Dagger, Sven, they have the Snowball that's going to help them out. But they don't have, you know, something like RP or Chronosphere, which are way better. But Desto is up on the Tuskar. Tuskar might be able to go at a few pickoffs. Problem is, the enemy team isn't really that squishy. The squishiest guy is an anti-mage, and we all know how squishy an anti-mage can be. Yeah, not really not easy for the Tusk to get a pick off now. He's gonna try, but you know, we have to wait and see. Sylvedge would be amazing this game against the Void. Void will lose both his backtrack as well as his time. He's gonna be a big purple creep, sort of like, you know, Barney the dinosaur, but not as creepy as him. All right, Magus is here. Does have his envy. He's gonna go for the Lion. Lion gonna turn this one around. Way too aggressive coming up from this OD. OD needs to stun himself, but it doesn't. Snowball comes out. They're gonna go for nice Walrus Punch coming. They do swap him away. And can they get the kill? Okay, nice ultimate coming out from the Medusa, but still the Lion is still alive. They do kill the Magnus, which is nice, but they could have gone the Lion as well. But they can get. Oh, they do get the VS. So good trade for them. 2 for 1. OD is pretty farmed though. That is something you need to be a little wary of. Rubik has a null talisman. That's not an item we see very often. Okay, anti-mage is here. Oh great, it is a Lincoln's. I'm really not loving this Lincoln's pickup. Oh, anti-mage stuck in the trees. Yeah, it's just gonna. You can. By the way, you could have just eaten one of them if you wanted to, but maybe he's happy to be hiding. Well, Dire wanna push in. Rubik needs to stay behind. He's the guy who's gonna have to be the game changer. Him and Tuskar, but it looks like the rest of the team not really quite on the same level. They're gonna go for Lion. I don't think they're gonna be able to get the kill. Sven uses his roar and just roars himself out of there. Rubik needs to be very careful. And yeah, looks like he's just gonna go back. I think I'm supporting this Rubik way too much. Poor fellow. Magnus does have the Blink Dagger as well as the Force Staff. I saw the Blink Dagger, of course, a while ago, but the Force Staff is new. Lots of mobility. That's going to be very useful. He's not doing as well as he'd like. 1 in 5. Not really a score you want to have. So that's a bit unfortunate. I also have it. I think I've seen him do RP like twice. Then again, this game is not as action-packed as a lot of others. There's only 36 kills in 32 minutes. Phases Void got that Molineer. Very good item on him, honestly. Of course, the lightning bounces and he has a lot of attack speed and a lot of damage, also thanks to the Empower. So this Phases Void is farmed as hell. That Midas pickup so good on him. By the way, if you're wondering what is the interaction between Mask of Madness and Molineer, it's very simple. You will lifesteal every attack, except when the lightning procs, you will not lifesteal from those attacks. That's how it works. Oh my god, another one! Come on, Void, you're 2 for 2 now or something like that. Oh dear, we do have an engagement though in the forest. Where's it going? Oh, they killed the OD. Sorry about that, I couldn't move my camera fast enough. The Scars here, they now starting to drop some towards beautiful support play coming out. Rubik has the we seen RP. No, RP does not come up. He does blink out to safety as well. They're able to blow up the Magus as well as the Vengeful Spirit. And okay, Sven has no mana. Can they get the kill on the Faceless Void? Another blink from the Rubik. Rubik staying alive. Faceless Void might be in a bit of trouble. Wow, that last kill, I was like, wait, did he TP out? And I was like, no, he got blown up. They get the kill on the Faceless Void. Rubik has a lot of mobility, might be able to get him. He needs to blink one more time. Pick him up. Can he pick him up? He does pick him up. Can they get the kill? Walrus Punch comes out. Beautiful engagement coming out from Team Dire. And no RP was used. The Chronosphere missed again. I want to add it missed 2 times. So just a really good performance from Team Dire. Well, I think that was going to happen, but good for them. Neither team seems to be interested in making a BKB, are they? Let's see. This might be an easy way to see the items. Let's see. Not much. Force Staff comes out on the VS. Okay, she's playing very support style. I'm not really sure I'm fond of that. The Manta style on the Anti-Mage. Okay. Rubik looks like he's going to go for Aghanim's. Great choice. Aghanim's very useful in this game. You can see if you can steal a Chronosphere, then you can steal RP, then you can steal a Finger of Death, which by the way will be powered up because he'll have Aghanim's. That'll be amazing. Odie also going for Aghanim's, looks like. Not as impressive on him. Tusk has probably going to go for no, he has Perseverance. Is that going to be a cleave? That's going to be weird if it's a cleave, isn't it? Looks like Medusa sticking with her no boots build. I mean, she has no legs. She has a long slithering thing like a snake. Why would she wear shoes? And we have Sven with his Chrysalis, Lincoln's, Helm of Dominator. So we have engagement here. Are they going to be able to kill the VS? Not much coming out from the OD ultimate, but they are able to secure that kill and steals the Earth Spike. This Rubik with the plays. Again, very odd move by this OD. Might actually save. Holy crap! Might actually have saved the line just now if he had backup coming. OD getting closer and closer. Pretty much has Aghanim's now actually. Yeah, the OD is really screwing up the Tusk's gameplay. This is the second time he does something like that. Just because you have a spell off cooldown doesn't mean that you have to use it. I've seen a lot of people with Disruptor just glimpse someone back to safety when we were banging him as hard as we can. By banging, I mean killing him, just in case. Anti-Mage he's had a very quiet game, isn't he? He's 1-4-1, and Rubik steals the tower. Yeah, he's kind of been very low-key. He hasn't really done that much with his team. I don't really. Oh wow, he blinks to this Sven. Okay, Sven uses both of his abilities. Okay, he's gonna get this kill. Beautiful work. And I mean, Anti-Mage, come on, what was he thinking? He blinks next to the Sven, and he thinks he can kill him. That's 5 seconds of Sven being like, hey, thank you. You are weak to physical damage. I bring a ton of physical damage, so congratulations to blinking right next to me. And Sven's gonna get the BKB. Like I said, BKB, you have to get it though. That's the problem. You have to get it because there's a line and the Vengeful Spirit. You have to get it. The problem is there's also a Chronosphere and an RP, and these things ignore it. So it's a tough choice. It's a tough life being having to decide what to buy this game. Another team thinking of Roshan so far. I feel like we haven't had a really big team fight for a while. I'd like to see them go at it. But yeah, another team going for Roshan. Both teams pretty good against Roshan also. OD is Astral. His Arcane Orb does pure damage to Roshan. On the Dire side, we have the Wave of Terror. We have a Medallion. We have a lot of physical damage. So both teams kind of like ignoring Roshan, which I'm not sure why they do. We have Sven who has so much physical damage. It's like he has been stacking for himself. At least I haven't really looked. There's so much to always talk about in the game that's like I can't look at every single corner as much as I want to. Smoke comes out. Will we get this big RP? Come on, give me the big RP I've been waiting for. Alright, looks like Magus walking. Sven breaks the smoke. Sven throws out the stun. Beautiful RP. Hits on 2 people. A nice Chronosphere comes out. Can he steal anything? He does steal his Chronosphere, but Chronosphere not so good for the Rubik to steal. It's going to try to save them. He does throw it. Beautiful. Actually gets them on the edge, but looks like it's not going to be enough. Loses all of his team. Whoa, Rubik really didn't think that was gonna happen. But I'm surprised actually. He stole Chronosphere instead of stealing RP. I think he had a chance to steal RP. It just seems like he chose to go for the Chrono instead. Huge fight though for the Radiant side. Massive advantage in terms of gold and experience. And well, Medusa, it's time to see what you can do. Medusa, well, this is pretty much it. Use her ultimate. Okay, that's good. That's good. But she doesn't really do enough damage. Okay, that's a lot of damage coming out from her. And yeah, she's gonna die. Not really much of a defense by the Medusa. Maybe if she had boots, that would have helped her out a little. Looks like the Radiant is just gonna take this. Gonna go bottom afterwards. What's OD's ultimate damage, by the way? It is magical, so that means that OD has a very bad synergy with the Medusa. Oh, nice ultimate comes out. Is anyone gonna die though? Looks like the Faceless Void is gonna take a lot of damage, but not enough to die. Alright, goes for one. Can they get another one? There's no mana pool on them at all. It looks like there's not much mana on the Tusk as well. They are able to trade 2 for 0. They get more. Looks like Lions sucking that OD. They see the Magnus. Magnus skewering, blinking, trying to move as much as he can. And is he gonna make it out? Yeah, he will. Unfortunate for the Dire side. They do get 3 good kills. The 2 most farmed heroes as well as Lion. Not bad at all. Unfortunately, they did lose quite a lot of their base for that. Still, I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty big loss for Team Dire, but at the same time, they did get something out of it. Those are picked up on the Tuskar. I like it. You can reflect like the finger, the swap. How would you reflect swap, by the way? I mean, it's a single. If you swap Eventual Spin and you swap back, then aren't you in the same position? I'd love to see that. Oh man, I'd love to see him use Lotus Orb on himself and get swapped. That would be the most amazing thing I've ever seen. At least in this game. I mean, how beautiful would that be? You Lotus Orb yourself, Eventual swaps, and he's like, wait a minute, I'm right where I was. I just used my cooldown. Another good thing about it is that you can also remove debuffs, but so that means you can remove. I'm sure you can remove the Hex, but can you remove the stun? Dispels negative buffs. I'm assuming that you can also remove stuns as well. So it's like something like Apothic Shield. You can remove hexes and stuns and silences. We'll have to wait and see. OD, kind of in a very dangerous territory. Was he gonna go for Refresher Orb, eh? Refresher Orb with items, now that would be insane. If he gets it, of course. Which he's not that far from. And looks like some stacking coming out. OD can't take this though. This game might be more tense than I thought. I thought it was going to be a bit more somehow one-sided, but it's going very well. Game might be decided by 1 or 2 fights though. Both teams are going to have massive amounts of team fights. Chronosphere RP on one side, double Stone Gaze and maybe double what's Sanity Eclipse. And remember, the second Sanity Eclipse is going to be much stronger because the second Sanity Eclipse will be powered up by Aghanims. So everyone he catches by the Aspen Prison, the first one is going to be way stronger. Oh dear, can they go first? Rubik should steal. Oh no, he picked up the illusion. He needs to steal from someone. Who's he gonna go for? Just to make sure he keeps his distance. So, getting a lot of messages today. God damn. Okay, OD uses ultimate. Oh, RP on 3, beautiful. And he's gonna Chronosphere. Oh dear, it's a terrible fight for the Dire side. The Medusa does use her Stone Gaze, walks into the Radiant team, but they're just gonna avoid her, not gonna do anything. It looks like that it's gonna be a team of man that could not have gone any worse for the Dire side. Well, there's still room for it to go worse if the Medusa dies. Medusa does have the haste rune. Oh, no lucky bashes yet, and she's gonna make it, but Sven buys back. Is he gonna do anything though? I mean, he doesn't have his god strength, but there's 50 seconds left for it. We'll see what the Radiant decide to do with that time. Sorry about that. Today my social life is so active. 2 people talk to me. Magnus has his Refresher Orb. He's going to be able to do those big double RPs that we all know and love so much. Looks like they're going to go for the base here. Sven uses BKB kind of prematurely. Everyone just sort of runs back and just waits it out. And can they kill the Faceless Void? Nah, may not be able to. This boy does take quite a bit of damage, but he does have the Aegis, so what does he care if he dies or not? Finger comes out on 2 people. This boy does kill the Medusa, and they're gonna kill the Sven as well. He loses his life, but what does he care? He had Aegis. Sorry, he had Aegis. I almost bit my tongue. Good, just clean execution by the Radiant in the last like 10 minutes. Taking a huge advantage in the game. Odie does not have his refresher orb yet. That's a huge problem for him. Duskar is able to kill the lion. They do lose a Tusk in return though. BKB used by the Faceless Boy. He's gonna jump in. Can he do it? Oh, sorry, that's the Anti-Mage who jumps in. Faceless Boy, is he gonna jump in? He does have his Chronosphere available. Oh, RP on nothing. Come on, dude, get your act together. And stolen RP, but stolen RP is not gonna save anyone. He needs to. Here's what Rubik needs to do. He needs to RP, steal skewer everyone to the fountain, lift one of them. Maybe then he'll be able to get 1 or 2 kills. I think that's a tall order. It's gonna be rough for poor Rubik. What's he gonna be able to do? I don't know if the Rangers are even gonna give him that chance. Looks like they're just gonna go for the throne. No one's coming back anytime soon apart from the Medusa. And looks like the game. Oh wow, okay, RP does come out. He actually dodges it? Wow. And Rubik with the plays. And then Medusa gets the kill, but still pretty good play by Rubik. Game is over. Good game. I enjoyed casting. Had a slow tempo, but gave me a lot of chance to talk. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Thank you for sending me this game, and hope you had fun.